Today on eNEWS, why finances may be the first thing students study this semester, how students can combat cold temperatures, and why Lethbridge College has received national recognition. Hello and welcome to eNEWS. I'm Riley Kubik.
And I'm Kevin Forsyth. Here's today's top story. As students enter the second semester, many have money on their minds. They have to rely on student loans to make ends meet. Heather Grande had a chance to see how this affects students during the semester.
Students at Lethbridge College have started their second semester, and with that comes another round of student loans. A second-year nursing student talked about what the decision was like to get student loans, and about the fact that she feels an extra pressure to pay them off.
But I am more worried for how I'm going to pay it off in the future. I'm worried about getting a good job, especially with how the state of Alberta's healthcare system is right now. I'm a little worried about being able, the financial burden in the future.
While necessary for some students, loans can add extra stress for others, as loans may come in late or they start thinking about how they will be able to pay them off after graduation. In 2015, over $2.7 billion were handed out across Canada in loans, with an average of just under 50% of students owing the government money upon graduation. Lethbridge College Financial Services helps students budget and plan with their loan or the funds they have available to help students prepare for the future.
Students need money to pay their tuition. Tuition is quite expensive, so that's what they want paid. Books can be expensive also. If they are full-time, they qualify for living allowance with their loan. So if they need to pay residence or rent in an apartment.
With many students feeling the stress of student loans, talking to financial services or downloading a budgeting app can help them feel more prepared and secure in the future. Heather Grande, eNEWS.
Lethbridge College hosts events to help students learn how to budget and spend money properly.
Surveys show the mental health of post-secondary students is in decline. Data collected from several post-secondary student health and wellness surveys last year was compiled and released earlier this month. Lethbridge College's Wellness Services presented this data to staff and students to shed some light on mental health on campus. Last semester, Lethbridge College participated in the National College Health Assessment, a survey of student health across all Alberta post-secondaries. The results are in, and some of the stats may surprise you. The data shows that Lethbridge College students are facing increased stress and mental health issues. Struggling with finances, sleep difficulties, depression, and anxiety were common themes among the student population. According to the college's on-campus wellness services, a student's health and wellness may have direct impacts on their academic performance. Harmony Jones, manager of wellness services, says her team is here to help students combat these stresses.
We do have a student support specialist who helps to case manage, and we also have counseling on site and a psychiatrist and doctors. So whether it be maybe a situational crisis, a lot of times our case manager will help with ensuring that student, whether it be housing or finances, that student will be connected with the most appropriate resources.
For some students, reaching out can be a difficult first step. For nursing student Miranda Payne, however, this difficult step was necessary.
There's a lot of stuff that I didn't have the guts to say to my friends or my family, and going and seeing her really helped me with that and kind of getting some advice that I wouldn't have got elsewhere.
Though the National College Health Assessment revealed some concerning information, it wasn't all bad. Lethbridge College actually exceeded the national guideline in a few positive aspects as well.
In a wide range of things, such as from orientation, transitioning into the college, all the way to how they are accessing support services, how their classroom is structured, how they're being graded, much higher satisfaction rates for those.
Lethbridge College says it takes student health and wellness very seriously. Staff and students are encouraged to reach out to wellness services for support.
Winter has arrived. Temperatures took a nosedive this week. With wind chill, values were regularly in the -30 range. With the risk of frostbite, Students are struggling to start their cars and stay warm. Many appear unprepared for the cold weather forecast as they don't own mitts or a toque. The college encourages students to bundle up during the chilly conditions.
Preferably in layers. That way, if you sweat, it doesn't freeze again because it gets absorbed by the layers you're wearing. And make sure you always wear something on your head.
Temperatures are expected to moderate this weekend and into next week.
Lethbridge College has received national recognition for its promotion of physical and mental health. The honor focuses on ways post-secondary institutions, health staff, and students maintain healthy lifestyles. Manjeet Kaur reports.
Equipment Room team leader Ryan Boersma is a good example of the initiatives implemented aimed at ensuring health and wellness.
Being healthier means you're happier, and that's not just physically happier and mentally happier. It helps with our workplace, our family life, everything, and we really want to make sure we take care of employees.
Boersma says Lethbridge College introduced a wide range of programs for students and staff on mental health, which assist them to remain mentally and physically fit. He says exercise helps students and staff to remain fit. He adds it also promotes some academic achievements.
I think it's a really good step in the right direction for our institution. It is showing that we're doing some really great things on campus for our students and our staff, and we just need to keep pushing forward with what we're trying to achieve with our campus.
And many different forms. Could be easy, could be hard. We can help give instruction, we can help give support, offer advice, and make it a good experience.
Lethbridge College is one of the 17 post-secondary institutions that has been chosen for this award. It plans to build health and academic success to the college community. Manjeet Kaur, eNEWS.
Morden says the college will set up an internal assessment committee to evaluate areas that need to be improved in the future for healthy lifestyles of students and staff.
Lethbridge College will soon be in election mode. Students have been nominating people they believe will represent the student population well. Student Council gives students a voice in matters of importance to them. Student representatives gain leadership and organization skills. Candidates especially interested in the Vice President of Student Life position find themselves involved with awareness campaigns, student issues, organizing food drives, and attending LCSA meetings. The nomination period closed Friday.
College students had the chance to get involved with a variety of initiatives this week. The LCSA took to Center Core, hosting another club expo Thursday. It was for new and returning students to learn more about the different clubs they can get involved with. The LCSA says the expo is a great opportunity for students to get more engaged.
It's a recruiting opportunity to gain members, especially around this time of the year. We like to do 2 a year, and in the winter we find that some clubs lose members because some have either moved on or graduated or have left the college. So it's a great opportunity for them to boost their numbers.
Students can find out more about clubs that exist or how to create a new one at mylcsa.com.
Lethbridge College organized a lunch express so students could enjoy a great lunch and have a great learning experience. The 2-day event featured culinary students in various situations. They worked collectively to make dishes for hungry customers. Each lunch included an appetizer, main dish, and dessert.
I think the biggest challenge is just kind of getting used to the kitchen because all of the students, they go through their own stations. There's multiple stations that everybody gets a chance to kind of get a feel for. This is our first day, so things are a little rocky. We're getting the hang of things, getting the swing of the routine. We're just kind of trying to get into it, but so far it's going really good.
For more information on menus, visit Lethbridge College's Garden Court Dining Room. Coming up after the break, some surprising stats pertaining to the flu in southern Alberta, and how the wildfire crisis is affecting a former Lethbridge man now living in Australia. Stay with us.
When I first heard about Windy City Canine Rescue, I was a little hesitant to rescue a dog with them. I hadn't heard much about the organization, and since they didn't have a location, I was really worried about finding time to actually meet the pet. But they were super helpful throughout the entire process, even though they work on a volunteer basis. And that's when I actually met JC here, and for the better part of a year, JC and I have been inseparable.
Call Windy City Canine Rescue or search them on Facebook to rescue a dog today.
The Lethbridge Food Bank supports those in need. You can too. By donating food, you're helping the Lethbridge Food Bank achieve its goals. The Lethbridge Food Bank depends on the donations to help change and support the cause of those in need. Cash donations are also accepted through their website at lethbridgefoodbank.ca. Donating cash makes it possible to maintain the quality of the Lethbridge Food Bank's food supply. Donate today because everyone deserves to be fed.
I'm feeling out of the loop lately. You know the feeling?
I was feeling that a bit. Then I bought a smart farmer subscription through Farming Smarter.
What kind of services are there?
Here, let me show you. They got a few options, from a package with a newsletter and access to a forum to speak with other folk all over, up to packages with event tickets and discounts on private research.
That's fantastic.
Farming Smarter, helping you grow new ideas from the ground up. Visit us at farmingsmarter.com.
So the Amethyst Project is a 24/7 project that supports women, men, children who has experienced sexual violence.
The goal of the Amethyst Project is to help people begin to heal by offering education, advocacy, trauma-informed support, and non-judgmental information about options available for anyone who has experienced sexual violence, whether recently or in the past. Contact the YWCA today.
Welcome back. New information on the local health front may surprise you. As temperatures drop this winter, so too are cases of the flu and the number of vaccines being distributed. Joshua Shuning had a chance to find out why.
It's cold outside. Temperatures are dropping, along with them, the number of flu shots distributed this cold and flu season. Along with flu shots, the amount of confirmed cases of influenza are also falling. Alberta Health says there have been fewer cases of the flu so far this winter compared to last. Just under 50,000 cases of the flu have been diagnosed this cold and flu season. That's 30% below last year at this time. At Lethbridge College, wellness services say that the decrease of flu vaccinations stems from the fact that people are taking bad advice from non-credible sources.
Kind of fake news stories can be put on there, or someone's opinion of what might have happened to them, and a lot of those are kind of saying that the flu shot is bad or going to cause this.
McClure also says that flu cases fluctuate every season, and the effectiveness of vaccines also differs from year to year.
Each year, influenza changes, and that's why we have to be re-immunized to it. The World Health Organization will actually try to take their best guess at what kind of influenzas will be coming in the coming year.
First-year child and youth care student Aaron Telke says although he hasn't faced any sickness or flu-like symptoms this year, Telke forgot to get a flu shot this year.
I don't know, I was procrastinating, kind of lazy, it didn't really feel like it.
McClure says the best way one can defend themselves from influenza is to get a flu shot, along with regular hand washing and avoiding hand contact with your eyes, nose, and mouth. For eNEWS, I'm Joshua Shuning.
College students who get sick can visit wellness services where a doctor or nurse can provide assistance.
The City of Lethbridge held an open house to unveil the Westminster Area Redevelopment Plan. It's the plan the city has been working on since 2016. The process includes a 12-person committee comprised of Westminster residents. The open house was a chance for the general public to learn about the plan and speak with city staff and committee members.
And so it was time, way over time, to do a more comprehensive study about what's, well, from a residents' point of view, we wanted hard data about what's been going on here and what the lay of the land is.
Officials from the City of Lethbridge will continue to receive community feedback. The full redevelopment plan is available on the city's website.
A former Lethbridge man now living in Australia says wildfires have devastated the land down under. Ben Kelly moved to Australia 2 years ago. He says the country and its people are struggling to cope as best they can. Kelsey O'Donnell reports.
For Ben Kelly, this became a frightful and nerve-wracking reality. Kelly grew up in Lethbridge but moved to Brisbane, Queensland 2 years ago when he was looking to progress his career. The warmer climate was a desired perk as well. These days, Kelly admits he got more heat than he bargained for. For weeks, Australian wildfires have gripped not only the country, but the world.
On my end, I'm just really hoping for a new weather system to kind of come in and disperse all the smoke away from the heavy populated areas, and as well to bring some rain along with it.
Current conditions have impacted Kelly in more ways than just his air quality. With little in the way of recent rain, rivers in the area have gone dry, leaving Kelly with no usable water in his home, forcing him to purchase water. The number of fires that began in late November has grown to more than 140, 50 of which are still uncontrolled. 26 people have been killed and over 17 million acres of land, 2,000 homes scorched. An estimated 1 billion animals have died in the blazes. Kelly says thick, heavy smoke has caused businesses to close and many people to wear masks. Smoke levels in various cities across the country measured air quality levels that were 11 times higher than the hazardous level. Kelly Ordell, Deputy Chief of Operations for Lethbridge Fire Services, says firefighters battling the extreme conditions could have a long road to recovery, as well as the people with respiratory health problems.
It's a daunting task that they have ahead of them. Very extreme wildland fire behavior. There's a lot of people and wildlife impacted. You're losing an unimaginable amount of wildland.
Approximately 2,700 firefighters have been sent to battle the Australia bushfire, and with its fire season only beginning, it could be months before the country sees relief. For eNEWS, I'm Kelsey O'Donnell.
Canada has dispatched more than 160 firefighters to help Australia extinguish the flames.
The Buddhist Temple of Southern Alberta celebrated the New Year last weekend in Lethbridge. Along with the New Year's party, the congregation paid respects to Shinran Shonin, the founder of Shin Buddhism. Tyler Hay attended the service to learn more.
The ringing of the gong signals the beginning and end of Buddhist service. Last Sunday marked a special service where Buddhists celebrated Hoanko, a day to pay respects to Shinran Shonin, founder of the Jodo Shinshu teachings. Minister Yasuo Izumi hopes to spread the Shin Buddhist faith.
Jodo Shinshu came to Canada over 100 years ago. This is the oldest organization. Before, it was quite ethnic group, but I want to break the, ethnicity, the wall of ethnicity.
The Buddhist Temple of Southern Alberta works with other religious groups and shares common themes and teachings with other faiths. Roland Akuda has been meeting with an interfaith group. He says the group meets regularly and the next session will focus on death and how different faiths interpret it.
In our Jodo Shinshu religion, we don't believe in reincarnation so much, but the point of death is an important point because in many Buddhist sects, they believe that that's the point of when you can attain enlightenment.
Traditionally, New Year's Day is quiet for Buddhists. January is a time to remember people who have passed away and to reflect on the past and future. After the Hoanko service, people gathered for a meal and a ceremonial toast for the new year.
I wish everybody a prosperous and wonderful New Year.
The New Year is very quiet. In the West, Christmas is very, popular, but in Japan, New Year days, 3 days are very quiet.
Tyler Hay, eNEWS.
The interfaith group will meet on February 1st for the panel on death. It's called Let's Talk About Death, and open registration is on eventbrite.ca.
A local band is preparing to release its debut album this March in a genre unfamiliar to many people. The band is called Machisma, and the genre is doom folk. I had a chance to head down to the practice space and meet them. Machisma has been playing together for nearly 3 years now. The band has developed a unique style and performs often at venues like the Owl. Megan Brown is the band's vocalist, guitarist, and principal songwriter. She's been playing in Lethbridge for 10 years in various groups.
This music tends to be fairly heavy and incorporate like a lot of changes and kind of have a lot of riff-driven music, so it's kind of similar in some ways to doom metal, but not that heavy. It's still a very folky feel.
Machisma's 9-track album will be released March 28th and be titled Lady Misery. Brown says the album is something she's been planning for about a year.
The The music on that tends to be based on personal experience, so it's kind of a combination of the last couple of years, some relationships and kind of personal turmoil.
Brown spent time in Latin America. She says that experience influenced the band's sound. TJ Walto is Machisma's keyboard player. He says recording Lady Misery took quite a bit of time.
I was in there about 4 or 5 days myself, just doing the keyboard parts. I just do the keyboard parts, but Megan was probably in there more than that. I'm assuming probably 10 to 15 days she was probably in there.
Machisma is planning a tour of Alberta and possibly BC, in addition to festivals this spring and summer. Still ahead, Manjeet Kaur has sports, including how the Kodiak's men's volleyball team is preparing to host its first ACAC championships. And we take a look at a cool new opera performance in the beautiful Nikayuko Japanese Gardens. We're back in 2 minutes.
The Lethbridge Therapeutic Riding Association offers an alternative form of therapy using horses to help individuals with special needs, all designed to help achieve mental and physical health. Our horses and riders are matched up to create the perfect partnership for each individual's specific needs. With the help from our equine partners, students can achieve behavioral, social, and communication goals. Thanks to the Lethbridge Therapeutic Riding Association, riders experience a sense of mobility and independence they don't otherwise feel in their everyday life.
Mission Thrift Store is a Christian-based nonprofit organization that helps spread the word of God in local communities, as well as in over 40 countries worldwide, all of which are supported by your generous donations. All donations are converted into cash and invested in leadership and literacy programs in over 40 countries. Donation hours are Monday to Saturday from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m. For more information, visit Lethbridge Mission Thrift Store or visit their website at missionthriftstore.com.
The Lethbridge and District Humane Society is a sanctuary for pets in need of a forever home. As a no-kill organization, they provide shelter for animals in need. But they need donations and volunteers from the community to help ensure they provide the best quality care. To find out how you can help, contact or visit the Lethbridge and District Humane Society today.
Friendship is the key to living a happy life. The LSCO Community Center provides a place for individuals 35 and up to get out, socialize, and live an active, healthy life.
So LSCO is a great place to come. We have lots of fun here. You meet lots of people.
With already 2,500 members and growing, the LSCO wants to make a difference in your life.
Our adoption process is fairly simple. For dogs, there is an application process. It's not particularly invasive.
Ever feeling lonely sitting at home by yourself? What's better than adopting a new friend? Come into the animal shelter to find yourself some company, whether it's a dog or a cat. Here at the shelter, we want to help find animals a loving, responsible home. Our facilities are all about finding the right home for the animals. Check out our website.
Welcome to the Kodiak Report. I'm Tyler Berloop, and I'm sitting here with Todd Coughlin, the manager of athletics for the Kodiaks. So Todd, we are hosting the men's ACAC volleyball championship, I believe at the end of February here. Can you tell me a little bit more on that?
Yeah, you bet. Very exciting time for us. February 27th to the 29th. We look forward to packing the gym. It's the first time that the Kodiaks have ever hosted the men's championships. So it's going to be a fun weekend. Can't wait to go.
Awesome. And what does it mean to the college to host these events so regularly?
Well, it's a really honor. It's a big honor for us and the college itself, just because it shows the faith that the ACAC as a conference has in us to be able to host every year. We've done one each year, and now we just look forward to doing another good job here and get ready for the next one.
Awesome. And it's been reported that we're hosting the soccer championships in the fall. Could you give me a little bit more information on that as well?
Yeah, you bet. Come October 29th through November the 1st, we'll be out in Raymond. We're hosting the men's and women's. It's a joint championship, first time again in college history, but also the first time outside of one of the major centers, being Edmonton or Calgary, that a smaller college or smaller department got the chance to host. So we're excited about the simple fact of how many people are just looking forward to it. So We can't wait to go.
That's all the time we have for the Kodiak Report. Thank you for watching.
Thanks, Tyler. As the second half of the season starts to the Lethbridge College men's volleyball team, the team will continue to compete for a top spot in the South Division. Michael Cake is standing by with more on that story. Mike?
It's all about getting ready for the ACAC Conference Championship that the team will be hosting in February. I was able to go courtside and find out how the team is preparing for what's ahead. The Lethbridge College Kodiak's men's volleyball team is set to host the 2020 Alberta Colleges Athletic Conference Championships. The tournament takes place at the end of February in the Val-Mattioti Gymnasium. The Kodiaks are currently 11-3 on the season, good for second place in the South Division, only behind the St. Trojans, who are at 12-4. One of the main reasons for the Kodiak's success this season is for the play of fifth-year star Carter Hansen. Hansen says he's enjoyed his career with the Kodiaks.
It's been a good 5 years. It's had some ups, it's had some downs, and these last couple of years have definitely been some good ups, which makes it end on a good note, which is better than ending on a bad note. So I've enjoyed every moment I've been here, for sure.
Hansen currently holds the ACAC records for kills in a career, as he broke the record of 1,168 kills that was previously owned by his former teammate Dax Whitehead in December of last year. The Kodiaks will play 10 more matches before the conference championships. They'll be in tough outings as they will play against teams with a record over 500 in 6 of those 10 games. Kodiak's head coach Greg Gibbo says his group is ready.
Second half of the season is going to bring lots of excitement, right? We get to host our first ever ACAC provincial championship. The boys are all happy and excited to be back in the gym, and really we're the #1 seed in the South, and we'd like to keep it that way for a long time, and have a really good seeding heading into playoffs.
Gibbo says the athletes that Lethbridge College has brought in to help build up the program into something that the community can really rally behind had played a factor in bringing the ACAC championships to the college. The Kodiaks begin the second half of their season facing off against Olds College at home this weekend. For eNEWS, I'm Michael Cake. The men's volleyball championship will begin on February 27th to 29th. Back to you, Manjeet.
Thanks, Mike. A tough first half for the Lethbridge College Kodiaks women's volleyball squad. The team is hoping a more dynamic approach will result in a stronger second half of the season. The team hopes to improve on its 2nd and 12th record and the end of the season on a high note. McClure has been noted for her leadership. Head coach Anna Schwab says she is hopeful for the future of the team since the girls are young.
Next year they'll have the experience and they'll have the confidence to be on the floor. It's tough being a young team competing against some older groups.
Stuart says defensive improvement will yield better results. The Kodiak's men's basketball team has been on a tear to start the season. It hasn't tasted defeat yet. As Tyler Verloop reports, this strong start of the season has resulted in recognition the Kodiaks have never received before.
Today we just got ranked #1 in Canada, so that's something that since I've been here, my 9th season, it's never happened.
This season for the Kodiak's men's basketball team couldn't have gone any better, with the team sporting an undefeated record of 11-0. It's the first time the team has been ranked higher than #2 nationally, and coach Ryan Heggie says the team has had significant contributions from everyone. He adds it speaks volumes about the team's talent and depth.
Lead all of Alberta in assists per game, and it helps us score a lot of points.
The Kodiaks currently sit 3rd in the league for points scored, as well as allowing the 3rd fewest points against. It's another sign of the balance the Kodiaks display. 4th-year player Oren Porter Jr. is an integral part of the team's offense, averaging 19 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists per game. He says the team believes it can go beyond an ACAC championship this year.
Definitely. We're going to keep grinding it out, try to get to, first it's ACAC and then it's the Nationals. So, yeah.
Porter Jr. says in order to keep this streak alive, the Kodiak's work ethic needs to remain high and be prepared to handle opposing teams' best every game. The men's basketball Kodiaks team plays a doubleheader against Amherst University this weekend. The ACAC championships will be held at Augustana University in March. Tyler Verloop, eNEWS.
The 2 games this weekend will be a home and home series. Ambrose currently sports a 5-4 record. Lethbridge New Kids Kickboxing Club kicked off this week with its first official session. A local gym initiated this new program to help instill important values and work ethic in the kids at a young age. The program was designed to help keep kids fit and teach skills and valuable lessons. All sessions are hosted at the O2 Training Center. Coach Justin Travellini hopes this program will help prepare participants for life at a young age, as well as to identify and put a stop to bullying.
With bullying and everything that's happening nowadays, giving kids the skills and the tools and the confidence to just go out there and take life, martial arts is what's going to do that.
The sessions will run every Monday through May. In addition to the Kids Kickboxing Club, there was also the startup of the Kids Jiu-Jitsu Club in the Tavernini's gym. People in Lethbridge experienced a night of singing, festive lighting and the beautiful ice sculptures last weekends. Opera in the Gardens was put on the Nikayuko Japanese Gardens with hopes of combining Japanese and the Canadian cultures. Justin Parkin was there.
As the sun set in Lethbridge, the folks at Nikayuko Japanese Gardens gathered to hear the harmonized voices of Little Lethbridge Opera Company. From Christmas lights and hot chocolate to singing and ice sculptures, they had it all. Marketing and events manager Melanie Burdesco says the Opera in the Gardens is a one-of-a-kind event that can't be found anywhere else in the city.
We're just always looking at new ways to entertain our guests and give people different things to experience. So having opera in the garden is something that, most people might not ever experience that or ever get to hear an opera singer.
The opera singers performed 2 to 3 songs every half hour between 6:30 and 8 p.m. Singer Megan Wittig says the event is something everyone should experience.
I think it's hugely important. There's a ton of different kinds of people coming in and out of the garden, and many of them may have not heard opera at all. So it's really cool that we get to sing for people who know us and people who don't.
We like to bring opera to kind of different, unexpected places, and this is definitely one of them.
Yes.
In addition to the opera, the gardens also featured 3 brand new symbolic ice sculptures. One of them is said to symbolize the devil and has its own event wrapped around it. In the coming weeks, the gardens will host an event which allows guests to throw roasted soybeans at the ice sculpture to symbolize disposing of sins.
This was the first time the Japanese Gardens hosted an event with Little Lethbridge Opera. The turnout will result in more events scheduled with the opera singers. Justin Parkin, eNEWS.
Along with opera, Nikayuko is also hosting a variety of events over the rest of the month, including a tea workshop, horse and wagon ride, and another opera night on the 24th.
That was really cool. Those ice sculptures are pretty impressive, hey?
Yeah.
There's a lot of cool stuff at the Nikayuko Garden, but I think my favorite part is just hitting that big old gong. Well, that's all the time we have for eNEWS this week. Thanks for watching.